Hello students, today we shall discuss regarding Sanctuary, National Park and Bioreserve Zone. That is an important topic. Now we will discuss in the form of question and answer. Sanctuaries, national park and bioreserves are established for the protection of wildlife. Actually, main aim is the protection of the wildlife. Is the protection of the wildlife. All these words sounds like the synonyms, but there is some difference. Actually, if you just find sanctuary, national park and the bioreserve, approximately these words are synonyms, but still there is a difference. Wildlife sanctuary is established for the protection of the some species. The sanctuary can be established by the government after certain process. So again repeat, wildlife sanctuary is established for the protection of some species, and the sanctuary can be established by the government after certain process. Domesticated animals can be allowed to graze here after some of the permission is required from the authorities, and human activities are also permitted within certain limit in the sanctuary. So in sanctuary, animal grazing is allowed, some of the human activities is little bit allowed with the due permission from the authority. Periyar, Chandraprabha, all these are the famous sanctuaries. Even our Gir is also a sanctuary as well as national park. Compared to the sanctuary, national park is more protected. So it will be asked in the difference, what is the difference between the national park and the sanctuary? Because national park is more protected. More than one ecosystem are included in the national park. Sanctuary is established by the state government, while national park is established through the coordination of the state as well as central government. There must be a coordination. In sanctuary, domesticated animals can be allowed to graze over there with the permission. On the other hand, there will be a total ban on the animal grazing in national park. This is the main difference. Here you can see the Kaziranga, Corbett, Vedavadar, Marine National Park, Gir are all important national park. If you visit the, obviously, Corbett Park, it is situated in the Uttarakhand. Okay, then Gir National Park, Marine National Park, nearby the Jamnagar, Kaziranga. The average area of the bioreserve, now we will discuss. The average area of the bioreserve is larger than 5,000 square kilometer. It is formed according to international norms. The purpose of the bioreserve zone is to protect the physical and cultural diversity of the any region. In such proclaimed area of the external human movements are totally restricted. Besides all vegetation, insects and land of that area, the lifestyle of the people living there are also protected. Special arrangements are created for research and training about bioreserve. Nilgiri, Gulf of Munnar, Great Nicobar, Sundarban, Panchmadi are considered to be the important bioreserve of the nation. The Run of Kutch and Gujarat, Run of Kutch of Gujarat was declared as the bioreserve zone in 2008 for the protection of its special environmental condition. Thus, India has 18 bioprotection zone, 103 national park, 531 sanctuaries. Again I repeat, 18 bioprotection zone, 103 national park and 531 sanctuaries. Hello students, today we shall discuss some of the definitions, some of the terminology of Unit 9 in Part 6 of Forest and the Wildlife of 10th essays. Among them, the first one are the forest. A general meaning of the forest is an accumulation of trees, scrub or heaps of grass. Second definition, virgin vegetation. We had already discussed this in the earlier part, but again we will go that the vegetation can be raised naturally. The vegetation that can be raised naturally without the help of the man is called virgin vegetation. Now the third one is the reserved forest. This forest direct control of the government, and there is restriction on lumbering, collection of woods or for pasturing. And next one is protected forest. These forests are under the control of the local bodies, local people. They are also permitted to collect the woods, even to graze their animals without causing any harms to the trees. Now unclassified forest. There is no restriction on trees felling or animal grazing in this type of the forest. This type of the forest will be considered as unclassified forest. Communal forest. Local self-government controls such forest. Example, Gram Panchayat, municipalities, corporation, district panchayat. This will be considered as the communal forest. Private forest. These forests are found mostly in haphazard condition, or some of them are totally barren. Such a forest is owned by individual. Punjab, Himachal Pradesh, Odisha, Meghalaya, all these have private forest. State forest. Central or state government controls such forest. Most of the forests of the country fall under this category. Deforestation. Deforestation means destruction of the forest. Greenhouse effect. When the proportion of the carbon dioxide increase in the atmosphere at that time due to the heat of the sun, the effects of which become strong around the earth is called greenhouse effect. Social forestry. By planting trees on barren or useless soil, the proportion of the forest will definitely be increased through plant cultivation and nature program. With the participation of the people is called social forestry. Wildlife. Various animals, birds, insects, reptiles, species living in the forest, on the land or underwater, moving freely in nature are called wildlife or wild animals. There is no doubt about the death of lost animal of a species. Such an animal will be considered as extinction, extinct wildlife or wild animal. National Park. The protected zone, which is established through the coordination of the state and the central government. There will be complete ban on animal grazing. It possesses more than one ecosystem. It is called National Park. Kaziranga, Dachigam, both are the example of the National Park. Sanctuary. It is established for the protection of the some species. It can be established by the government after certain process. Human activities are permitted within certain limit here. Domesticated animals can be allowed to graze after the permission from the authorities. Such a place is called sanctuary. Periyar and Chandraprabha are the example of sanctuary. bioreserve zone. The average area of such zone is larger than 5,000 square kilometer. I repeat, the average area is approximately 5,000 square kilometer. It is formed according to the international norms. Besides all vegetation, insects and the land of that area, the lifestyle of the people living there is also protected. It is called bioreserve zone.